A Donner Summit Tunnel Ghost Story. A shrill scream, erupting suddenly in the darkness, sent prickles scuttling up their spines. Bolin's panic attack at the tunnel's mouth made them late for their shift. Now they were alone, stumbling over rubble, feeling their way to the work site. According to Bolin, the ceiling was crawling with Zhangshur. "I've got you," Yang said, gripping his arm above the elbow, squeezing it like a vice. "They're watching!" Bolin shook his head, as if he were trying to loosen clay marbles inside. Lurching forward, he broke Yang's hold. It was Yang and Foshan's first day working in tunnel number 6. Bolin had been here for a month. He was taller and more muscular than most of his countrymen. Once he started hammering a borehole, Bolin could do it in half the time as anyone else. The problem was getting him into the tunnel. Upon arrival, the railroad gang leader informed Foshan and Yang, "We work in teams of 3. Bolin is one of the best. He'll teach you what you need to know, but he's been troubled since his brother died." Nitroglycerine was a new construction tool recently brought to the mountain. Blasting holes didn't have to be as deep as those for black powder. After detonation, there is less residual dust. Its downside is its volatility. Slight movements or temperature shifts can set it off. All work ceases when the nitro bearer arrives, stepping softly, holding his breath. Bets are placed, predicting how long he'll last in the job. No one makes eye contact with him. Bolin's brother had been a nitro carrier. An untimely sneeze turned him into red rain. In Chinese tradition, the dead must be buried on home soil. Great efforts are made to return sojourner bones to China. When ancestors are gathered, the family grows stronger. Living relatives honor them with celebrations. Spirits of the dead are cursed if they leave no human remains. One and Pa split. Pa, the evil, foolish part, lurks in the dark, hunting for life energy, chi, stealing it from the living. Once enough chi is gathered, the Pa can reanimate a dead body. Stiff and green with mold, they grow claw-like fingernails and fang-like teeth. Hopping, they move slowly, but they never stop. Ever. Foshan trotted to keep up, patting Bolin's back. "The power of legend is only as strong as your belief," he soothed. Bolin turned to stare with wide, torment-filled eyes. "You haven't been here long enough to see most of your friends die." He tilted his chin toward Yang. "Or your brother." "True," Foshan admitted, "but we can't get lost in the bad. The living must inhabit our thoughts. Tell me of your children." Nodding, Bolin started. "I have a beautiful little girl." A corner of Bolin's mouth turned up. "Watch and learn." Gripping high on the handle, he slid his opposite hand close to his hammer's head. Yang tensed. Bolin swung the sledge high. The blow, ringing like a bell, sent shockwaves through Yang's arms and shoulders. Foshan, following Bolin's example, raised his hammer. The heavy tool came down on Yang's hand. "Idiot!" Yang cried, holding up a broken, bloody finger, diving at Foshan. Yang pummeled him with his good fist. Bolin broke them apart. It didn't register immediately that he was frantic. "Stop! They're attracted by blood!" It took several work crews and irate supervisors to calm the scuffle. The 3 were sent back to camp. ashamed. 4 months later, the brothers congratulated themselves for helping Bolin. By talking about their families, he could get in and out of the tunnel without incident. Bolin told them he could still see the Zhangshi because his brother was one. There are hundreds of them, hanging from the ceiling. Their ears rotate, following sounds made by people below, he confided. Crews were working at both ends of the tunnel, plus from the inside out. They had broken through. The three had finished their most recent borehole. They took a break while waiting for the nitro carrier. Yang walked a short distance to stand behind a boulder. He was appreciating the fresh alpine breeze while creating a warm puddle near his feet. A loud pop, a burst of air, and a wet spray pelted his back. He knew. Bolin was right, Yang thought, as he entered the tunnel with his new crew. Hordes of menacing ghouls hung from the ceiling. Maniacal, green-tinged faces smiled at him, revealing double rows of sharp teeth. 2 of them looked like Foshan and Bolin. Yang let loose a demented scream.
Tunnel Spirit Crossings by Bonnie McKeegan. Halfway we paused. What was that we heard? A whisper, a fear, an echo behind. The presence of past flooded my mind. Our senses heightened, ahead lay darkness. Who came before us, how much they did suffer. Granite surrounds held back by blight. Nooks and crannies, spirits crouched. Shadows beyond the reach of our touch. Life and dreams left here in this tunnel. Light each end. Which way shall we travel? East and west meet in the middle. The middle where heard is only a trickle.